Well, welcome to the SQL Saturday channel here. I'm going to show a video on how you can update your event if you've organized one. I'm actually doing this for Jeff Taylor, who's running the Jacksonville event in May of 2022. And I'm going to use his event as a sample. But essentially, I've come here to the repo. This is the SQL Saturday website repo that exists on GitHub under the SQL Saturday Corporation. I'm logged in here, not as Way Out West, but I'm actually logged in here under another account. And so if I want to come update this, what I really have to do is I need to fork this thing. So what that is doing is it's making a copy of this in my repository. So you can see up here in this corner that we're in my SJonesDK Ranch account where I've now got a copy of the repo and I want to edit something. Now I could do this with GitHub Desktop, I could do it with Git, I could do it in lots of ways, but I'm just going to do it online so we can see what's going on. So Jacksonville is 1022 is actually the event. And if I click in here, you can see if I find the file, I see the name of it here. What I need to do is come over here and click Edit. So I'm going to click Edit, and then I have this update page thing. I'm in main here. I could make a branch myself, but because I'm not in the real repository, I'm in my own repository. What I can do is just do it here. Now, this is a JSON file that contains all the information. You can see we've set this. It's a physical event, which means it's in person. It's not hybrid. It's not virtual. Here's the date. All the various items that are listed in here can be put in here. This is, in fact, a multi-line value for the JSON key value pair, and I've started it by putting this pipe here on this first line, and then I've indented things. So that gives me a number of items here. Now I could list this here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to change details coming soon. So I've made a change actually here, and nothing else is listed. For Jeff or somebody else, I assume, when there are details here, he'll change this text to be something else. If the session eyes or anything else changes, this is actually, once we get the session eyes schedule built, you'll put a link here that'll give a list of speakers, and then you'll put a link somewhere else as well. If they want to add their YouTube or LinkedIn or whatever else, they can do that here. So I've made this change. If I scroll down to the bottom, you'll see I've got these changes. So I'm going to say demo changes for video. And I could do something else here as well. This is the kind of stuff that will get submitted to me or to whoever else on the SQL Server board or SQL Saturday board to actually update this. So if you commit these changes, I've now committed these changes, okay? Now, what I really want to do at this point, though, is I need a pull request. So what I want to do is create a new pull request. And I want to go from my repository. Let me zoom in slightly here. So this is my repository, and I want to go to the SQL Saturday main branch, right? And see, that's what's here. And so I could pick then where this wants to go, but this will send this forward. So if I create this pull request, and I can check on my changes here, by default it picks my commit message. So Steve, please approve this. And create pull request, and what will happen is I'll see this as a pull request. So we want to take, I want to update the main SQL Saturday branch from my forked repository. And then if I were to go over to the SQL Saturday site, what I'd actually do is I'd get an updated pull request. And in fact, if I go to my other account in another browser, I do see that. And if I look at it, I would see the kind of the similar view. Let me pull this over so you can see what this is here. My browser is not quite big enough to drag it over here, but if I drag this over here, you see that I've got this other account that's submitted this. Here's the comment. They could add more accounts. I can approve and run this. It says it has no conflicts with the base branch, which potentially it could have if I'd have made a change. But if I approve this, eventually this will run. And for me, I look in the actions, I see this running. You can see in what I've done, it takes about 2 or 3 minutes for this to run. But once that happens, this will be updated. And in fact, that text will be added in here where it says details coming soon. And so hopefully this gives you an idea of how to do a pull request and send it over and make an update as needed. And if you have any questions, leave me a comment or send me an email.